Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I had to, but I couldn't. We're gonna review Wario Shake It. Now, Wario's just shaking his booty, scratching it. This is a crude game because it's Wario, not Mario, Wario. It's a simple platformer, 2D, mixed with a nice cartoony look. The graphics are great. There's a lot to do in the media room. You can listen to music tracks and stuff you unlock, but we're not gonna really look at that too much. We're gonna get to the treasure list. This game is about actually finding these little treasures. They're hidden in levels, and you can, buy things and get boss emblems, etc. There's also things you can buy in a shop to increase your health, as you see the little heart in the side menu. Each time you get hit, you'll lose a part of that heart. So it's not like 2 hits and you're dead. Wario stays the same size. He doesn't grow up with mushrooms, and he has pretty much his own tight style to his games. And let's get right into it. This is the pirate shop where you can talk to your little pirate hottie right there, and she'll give you all the items you need on Wario's little adventure. She has high prices, I'm not gonna lie, and I do not prefer buying her goods too often. Sometimes you just want to do it yourself. Find out how to beat the level without buying her stuff, like recovery potions to restore your health when you run out of hearts and stuff like that. Really, I'd rather just do it without, because her prices are way too steep. Anyway, it's there. It's nice. It's there. It makes it feel more RPG. It's not a big deal, but there's also a few basics you can learn in the first few levels. Anyway, we're gonna look at the actual levels. There's a map, and in each level you're gonna have these little, as you see, treasure chest-looking little things you have to find out. Well, those are actually mission-based things. So, for example, it'll tell you in the mission, finish before the clock reaches this set time, or collect this much coins, jump on this, do this. Something specific to that level that's going to make the level more interesting and a reason to go back to it. It's not completely necessary to do. Well, actually, it does count towards the game in some ways, so you do want to complete a few of them to move along, but not too much. There's the first map. This is the first one, second, third, fourth, fifth. And you see a general idea of how the map will look. You'll have a few levels on each map, and you can unlock those little stars, and you have little things you have to do in each level. So let's start with the level, huh? Those are the stars right there. The little treasure chests actually are treasures. I made a mistake. Let's go into any level. Yes. But this is where it really counts. This is what you want to see. You want to see the gameplay. And this is Wario. He has a few moves. He has this little jet dash he can do. He can sit down. He has to figure out ways to defeat his enemies with his little patented shake maneuver. You shake the Wii remote to get coins. Right now I'm just waggle festing right now, but it feels good. It feels nice. Some enemies need to be defeated a specific way, that maybe shake to make them flip over, and then you're able to actually beat them by jumping on their heads. So, I forgot how to defeat that enemy. No matter, you can just keep going. This game is pretty nice. The levels get a little difficult later on, but you never find yourself trying too hard, or never, confused about what to do next. You can play around. It's very cartoony, and there's a host of different actual levels you get to play in, so you never find yourself sitting there like, this type of level again. Oops. There's always little different things you can do, new enemies, and the graphics are very nice. It's cutesy at the same time. It's very like I said, cartoony. It's just a very good, different look to it. I can kind of compare it to Rayman, but this game came out before Rayman did, the new Rayman Origins. Right there you saw my effect of how I can tilt the Wii Remote after I picked them up to figure out how to actually throw them. The levels have that simple, transition between them, and you can, if you want, rush to the end of a level. Nothing too serious. But later on you are going to have to figure out ways to get past certain things to complete mission objectives. And Wario has a host of different moves he can actually use to get past things that he couldn't get past, normally. And there also are, at each end level is going to have a boss fight. So after you help Wario's little friends, they'll open up the gate for you to go to fight a specific boss. And I would say the bosses have a lot of strategy to them. You have to figure out their pattern very well. It's not going to be just a simple, hit him over and over again. You have to actually know what you're doing a little bit. It's really going to be a simple platformer where they're going to want you to come back and play the levels again to, complete missions and find treasures. It uses the Wii Remote really nicely. Like, right now I'm just in a submarine level, and I'm actually tilting the Wii Remote up and down to control my submarine's elevation. So the levels are varied, and it's going to be a quick game. You can complete this game pretty much in about 5 hours, 5 to 10, I guess, depending on how much you want to unlock, and if you want to just rush through it. But it's good to come back to and try to complete levels and objectives and see what you can do differently. It's also nice that your little creatures that are on your journey, I'm not going to spoil the storyline too much, but obviously you're saving them. They'll tell you a little bit about the level before you go in the level. They'll say, hey, this is a tough one. You want to buy some more hearts before you go in this level. It's going to be a little different, something you're not used to. And Wario's a strong fella, so there's a lot of sections where you really can't get injured by your opponents. For example, right here, that fire's not hurting me. What I really want to do is not get hurt by the fire, but instead let the fire hit me so I can run over here, turn completely on fire, and then break through that section. There's a lot of things like that in the game where Wario can get hit by opponents and it won't really matter. It's not going to hurt him because he's Wario. He's pretty strong. This ain't your Mario game. This is Wario here. This is a big fella. He can hardly fit through the pipes. He's a big guy. He likes bombs. He likes jewels, and he's the anti-hero, as we all know. He loves jewels. Look at him. I don't know where he's gonna store it. And well, just to complete it, I want to say, there's a few levels where the design is great, and then there's some levels that at the beginning is kind of too simplified. It's too, just your ordinary stuff. Some nice stuff happens like this where I can actually shake the Wii Remote to have him do that. And later on in the level, you're going to have sections where it's completely you shaking and trying to jump around. There's sections where you'll jump inside of a pipe and it'll shoot you up through the air, and you have to do kind of like a Donkey Kong, as you will, a barrel run through the level. But a lot of stuff you've probably seen before in other platformers. But it's still a great game to try out. It's really nice, the little flash look, the cartoony feel to it. The fact that Wario's really strong doesn't hurt at all, because you just feel like you're in charge all the time. And the music is very fun-loving, If you ever need to get it for like one of your friends, it's a good game. It's not going to ever challenge them too much, not challenge them too little. And if they're looking for something besides Mario game, this is it. It's a great game. I would say I wouldn't say everyone needs to get it, but I would say if you are a Wario fan, you should get it. And I would say at least try it out at your friend's house. Play a couple of levels because it takes a while to get into it. And if you like it, you should get it. But otherwise, maybe you should skip it for now because it's a pretty old game, and there's probably a few better platformers out at this moment. But it does have a lot going for it, so I wouldn't just pass it by. So as always, this is the reviewseller.webs.com, and that's the end of our review. I do gotta say, I wish Wario ran a little faster. But anyway, because you get to constantly, you know, press this button to get a low speed. He's a big guy. I've actually seen bigger guys run faster than this, so sorry, Wario, I can't even give you that. Anyway, ending the level, you have this intruder alert. You shake this, get your little buddies out, and guess what? Now you have to beat the level in 2 minutes and 23 seconds. So you're gonna end the level, beat the level, and then you have to try get to the beginning of the level over again. Your little friend will point you in the direction where you need to go, but it's a little way of making the level a little longer without kind of level padding, as you will, but at the same time, you see different sections you didn't see before often, so it's not too bad. But it does pad the levels up a bit, and you just kind of like, why do I have to do this? But it's an old Wario theme, it's always been this way, so you can't really say that you don't enjoy it. It also makes you think, if I beat the level in 2 minutes, this game is going to be really short. If there's only about maybe 30 levels. But there's stuff to unlock and stuff to do, so don't worry. And that's it. What else can we say, you know?